Hey, how's it going, guys? Today we're going to do an overview of my 2002 Mazda Protegé5. I got this in March of 2018 for around $1,500 from my cousin. This is my first car and my very first manual car, and I've been able to actually really learn a lot from this thing. And most of you guys have been pretty interested in an overview of it, so I'm going to go over everything that I've done to it, kind of what my future plans are, and that sort of thing. When I first got this thing, I really just started off doing basic cosmetic mods, things like the yellow fog lights, mud flaps, adding stickers, and that sort of thing. You know, just the basic fun accessory part of building a car. And then from there, I kind of realized that I did have an actual interest in cars, and I really wanted to get farther in it and really learn from there. Ever since I've gotten it, I've also learned a lot about detailing and the basics of cars and how they work, and I just kind of snowballed from there, trying to learn more, trying to improve my skills, and seeing what I can do to this thing. From there, I also had a very vivid goal of kind of what I wanted the car to be like. Wasn't sure if I was ever going to reach it, but I still was thinking about it and really wanted to go for it. So I really wanted to be turbocharged, lowered on some decent coilovers, and have all of the basic cosmetic looks and kind of needs and reliability that I really wanted from it. The car right now is sitting on some NK RPF1s with some Yokohama S drives on it, paired with a set of BR Series BC racing coilovers. The setup has worked pretty well, and I really like the repairability and customization of the BC coilovers. The RPF1s look really good on this car. They match the style, and they're a really timeless look. For headlights of the car, I've actually opened up a set of old Protégé headlights, made the insides black, cleared them up using a headlight restoration kit, and on the back side of the car, I've replaced the stock ones with the JDM or European spec tail lights. So one of the most common questions I get from other Protégé drivers is what front lip I'm using. This is the S204 Subaru WRX STI lip from the 2007 year, I think, or the Hawkeye variation. So this is basically, you just have to drill it on the bottom and do a little bit of trimming over on the sides to make it fit, since it is a little bit longer. I think it looks really good. And the most notable thing that I've done to the car is I've turbocharged it with the GT25 turbo from the Mazda Speed Protegé. I'm also running the same stock ECU from the Mazda Speed Protegé, and I've also paired it with a front mount intercooler setup from CX Racing. For the car, I've also always ran 91 plus octane and always full synthetic oil in the car as well. And onto the exhaust section of the car. So this is the HKS axle back. Unfortunately, they don't make anything from the cat back, so no midsection. I've actually replaced the stock setup with the Megan Racing 2.5-inch stainless piping. I really like the pair together. It sounds really good. The HKS axleback has a nice sound to it, and it looks really good as well. The fitment and everything, the welds on it are really good, and it's got that nice kind of JDM slant to it. So on this car, I've done extensive detailing on it in and out. Unfortunately, the car is really old. It's daily driven, and the last few owners I don't think took super good care of it, but I've done what I can to, you know, make the best out of it, make the paint as good as I can, and just kind of make it shine. That also does include the interior. I've detailed it very extensively back when I used to work at a detail shop. It's in very good condition, no large stains, rips, missing pieces. I think the interior of this car has aged pretty well. I don't think it really looks old. Obviously it doesn't look new, but it's definitely not ugly. As for my sound setup from the previous owner, they installed this Kenwood single din unit, and I have some better rear speakers as well. I have a Bosch boost gauge that does vacuum and boost pressure. For my shifting setup, I have a Ralco short shifter with a Greddy weighted shift knob. Pairing that with the Cork Sport shifter bushings, it's super notchy, and it works really, really well. I've done a few miscellaneous things on the outside of the car, painting them, replacing them, like this shark antenna right here. Normally the car has a normal kind of RC look to it. I've repainted the wiper cowl as well to give it a nice black finish. I've also resprayed the back ballast right here in a plastic black, and even small things like the rear wiper back here. From a distance, the car's paint looks like it's in good shape. The closer you get, all the plastic bits, the paint is faded, chipping, and really not in good shape. especially things like the spoiler and side skirts, mirrors. So a possible respray or wrap in the future would be really nice. So kind of my plans for the car, or things that I want to get done to it, is to fix up that paint that I just mentioned. It's really ugly and it sucks because it just keeps getting worse and worse. I also hope to try to fix up the engine, make it run as strong as possible and for as long as possible. I don't really plan on making too much power with this setup that I have now. I'm kind of capped out before any large upgrades like a standalone ECU, larger turbo, and stronger internals for the engine. So right now I'm just trying to keep it strong, reliable, kind of while I decide to maybe make this thing faster or possibly get a new car in the future. So things that I could make the car better right now are the rear motor mount. It's really bad when you shift gears and the whole engine and car feels like it's moving around. I've replaced 3 out of 4, but it still just seems like it's needing that rear one, or maybe I just need to upgrade to solid mounts. The car is also making some strange noises, things like the power steering pump. Even after being replaced and with new fluid, it still whines and groans, so I'm gonna have to try to get that fixed. And also the throwout bearing, ever since I got the clutch replaced, has been making a weird kind of whistling bearing noise. Overall, the car has been very reliable, and I do like that. You know, there's not many times where it's stranded me or anything like that, besides the clutch going out, but that's basically normal wear and tear on the car. So reliability is really good, and I feel pretty confident taking this thing anywhere and that it's not going to break down on me. One of the things that I would like to do to the front is actually add this Mazda Speed Protegé front lip that I have. It goes around the fog lights and adds kind of more of a chin and aggressive look to the front end. Unfortunately, it's kind of cracked up a little bit on the sides, and it will need to be resprayed and body matched to the color. So that's an overview of my 2002 boosted Mazda Protegé5. I will link down actually a list of everything that I've done to it with the prices as well, if you guys want to see if this build is obtainable to you. I've gone very budget friendly, and most of it has all been pre-owned, so it saved me a lot of money, and I think it really matches the build of the car. It's kind of been fun being able to add period correct or very just kind of appropriate mods to it. This car is fun. Would I consider this to another person? I think if you really like the looks, if you like the Mazda community, I think this could be a very good starting car or a very good project car. Just know that these cars, it's hard to make power out of the stock motor. So bigger internals would be probably one of the first things that you would have to do to make serious power. And that's all I got for you guys today. So if you have any questions or anything you'd like to see done with this car, make sure to comment down below, as I will be checking everything. And if you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe. And that's it. Later.